So hello everybody, welcome to the video files. Again, my name is Marvin, this is my wife.
You say my name.
Say your name.
No.
See what we're going through? This is the reason why. Hello everybody, welcome to another video files. My name is Marvin, and this is my wife.
Betty.
Yeah, well, we finally got the call. First of all, I want to start this video off by first thanking everyone who left some awesome, great comments, welcoming us to our freedom as XJWs, and we really appreciate all the love that you guys showed us and everything. And so, as I had looked at other videos before this one, before of various ones, what they went through when they were leaving the organization. Some were asked to come in and talk before the elders, I guess, and some perhaps did it over the phone or wrote letters and so forth. So we had wrote our letters, and we finally got a response just the other day. This is past Tuesday. So I want to first read real quick the text message that I got from one of the elders who received the letter. This was Tuesday. This is about 8 p.m. when he texted me. He said, "Hey Marvin, this is Jason. I just tried giving you a call. We received the letters that you and Betty sent. Can we please just talk for a brief moment by phone?" So that's the first contact that I had from him. He had called me. I didn't see the message right away. And then I guess he had called again and left a lengthy message. And I had deleted the message already. Hindsight, I wish I didn't, so I could have played it in entirety for you guys. But basically what he was saying in the message is that he didn't know what happened. I mean, it really hit everybody, I guess, blindsided them. My family included, because I emailed my siblings and told them. But he got the letter and he was blindsided by it. He didn't know what happened. And so, do you remember one of the things that he asked was the reason why that we wrote them letters?
Well, he asked, did something happen? Was it anything that we could talk about?
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think he said, "Well, I know you guys had some discrepancies or some problems before." That's the gist of what I really got from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. So I mean, he it was lengthy because like I said, he's blindsided by it. So he kept asking kind of like the same thing over and over, like why, and so forth. They love us and so forth like that. And he ended it by saying that of course that you guys are always welcome back, into the organization basically and so forth. So yeah, he did want to. He said you don't have to call or nothing. You can text. He just wants some kind of communication from me, and I just wasn't. I just don't plan to either to give it any kind of. The letter was my communication basically. Now my family it was a little different, but before I get even to that area, I want to just mention for one thing this particular brother. He's an elder in the congregation. He's about my age. I'm 57 years old, so he's about my age, or maybe a couple years younger. He might be a couple years younger than me, and so forth. But he has an interesting past like myself. But the thing about it is that me and my wife know him well, know him and his wife and family well, and so forth. For this brother to come to us and everything like that. That maybe that was not the right elder to send. And you can you tell the audience a little bit about this particular brother that bothered you?
Okay, so for the ones that heard my first expressions about the JW, I think you guys already know by now that I'm very, very straightforward. My career is in counseling, and I really do a lot of tough love, but I also do a lot of genuineness. So I'm going to explain it the best way that I think that it need to be explained and coming from me. First of all, this is another one of my disputes was the anointed. Okay, nobody but the anointed can partake. This brother partook. I don't know. I always say I don't know a lot, but I know that if you're following instructions or the what they say discreet slave class, and I'm probably saying it wrong. That and it's probably because my interest, after researching and talking with them and everything, my interest is a little bit different, So sometimes I may not say the right things or the right way they said it, but this brother, to me, first of all, if you partook and you guys are teaching not to partake, then I lose a lot for you, namely respect. And so he was that type of brother. Not only that, I did at one time speak with the brother. We were out in service, and I did speak with him just about a few things that was, sort of nagging me a little bit that had happened before when we ended up being inactive the first time. And so his responses to me was, what did I learn? My response is to him was, I learned that this is not what it's supposed to be. Because if I come to you and I come to you in confidence and I come to you to speak to you about problems I am having, I look for you to be able to give me a comforting answer or something that I could use to be able to get over this, because what I'm telling you is a stumbling offense. And so when I heard parts of the voicemail, and I say parts, I'm pretty straightforward, because to tell you the truth, when I heard his voice, I really didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel it's sincere. I feel that it was something that he felt like being heroic about, and let me do it, let me be the one. And so even if I thought it was sincere, it's like I went down the line. It's too many. It's too many XXXXX. It's just no checks at all. And everybody already know how much I love children. That would be their only check, and it'll stay the check forever.
Yeah. In fact, what did his wife refer to him as being?
The bishop.
Yeah.
She called. I called him Napoleon because he's a very short elder, and he tried to speak, real eloquently, and he may as well just have his cape and everything, but she calls him the bishop.
Yeah, this is demeanor and stuff like that. I actually applauded the brother one time because we have a similar background and stuff like that, and to see how good he's doing and stuff like that. He has his own business and everything, because many witnesses don't have their own business, but this brother did and so forth. But his type of attitude is like, I'm up here and you're kind of like down here. Like he won't show you completely how to do things. Like when it came to the sound system in the congregation and trying to figure out new things that were adding on to the sound system and so forth for video and everything, he won't teach you everything because he wants you to call on him and so forth. That's kind of individual he is and everything. So to receive that phone call from him, knowing that he partakes of the emblems when he's only like 2 years younger than me, and he has a shady background, that's his background, but he's doing better now, it just doesn't come together and stuff like that. So, but we did get a phone call from him. And the phone call actually that I got from my sister, it was a voicemail. I actually called it back. It was lengthy as well. She was very concerned, but she understood a lot of things. She understood that a person gets tired of it, and so she gets all that and everything and so forth. So it was a heartwarming call I got from her, and I talked to her personally. And I talked to two other family members I talked to as well, and kind of explained the reason and so forth. Because I want them to know why I left, and why we left. Actually, I meant to say why we left, and so forth. So I expressed that to them. And one thing that you'll get from the witnesses a lot of time is that wait on Jehovah. How many times have y'all heard individuals, elders, or other publishers say, "Wait on Jehovah"? But they'll be still waiting, and people have been waiting for decades for things to come about and to be changed. Especially when it comes to things that most witnesses don't even know about. Of course, we're talking about the things dealing with the sexual abuse and the main thing, some of that nature and so forth. But we did get the call and everything like that from them and so forth. I know he said that actually at the end he also said that we're gonna respect your guys' wish. We're gonna give it one more day. So I'm thinking that they either made the announcement this past, because our meeting was on Thursday. They either made this announcement this past Thursday or they're going to make it next Thursday. But given that was Tuesday, they probably made it Thursday. So everybody probably knows now that they probably made an announcement that Marvin and Betty McBray are no longer Jehovah's Witnesses and so forth. And that's what we want and so forth. So we wanted to come on top of it. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, actually, I got some really, really heartfelt comments that I really liked, which is really, it's something. Usually, I don't get those kinds. I'm not really a fan, to just give you just a little bit. I'm one of those ones that I really didn't, I just wasn't buying the Jehovah's Witness theory. I really am one of the wives that actually became a witness because of my husband.
Yeah.
Literally because of my husband. When we were together, a lot of times, like, the ones that heard, I went to the Baptist church and he went to the Kingdom Hall. I would pick him up. Once we decided that we were going to be married, we were both in different apartments. We started combining things. Well, just to tell you, being the Baptist that I was, I went to pick him up at the Kingdom Hall once, and I saw a very beautiful sister. And I wasn't a witness yet, so I got really, really...
Yeah, sister had eyes for me.
I kind of thought about it a little bit, and I thought, you might want to go a little further with this witness thing. You don't want to lose this one, And so we got engaged and everything. And when we were studying, everything that I did, it was because I wanted to be, a submissive wife, to make sure I was doing the right things. I was going to try and decorate a Christmas tree. And my daughter said, "Mom, I don't think he celebrate Christmas." And I said, "Oh," I stopped right then. My husband was never pushy. He never, just anything it was that I was doing, he never condoned nor condemned. So, I knew that I was marrying the right man. Now, me being the woman that I am and straightforward, I thought to myself, okay, you better get with it. So once we started studying together, I was answering questions when it was time to answer the questions for baptism. I was trying to make sure that I got baptized with him. And I did that. We thought it was pretty funny at the time, but we got baptized in the water together. And that meant a lot to me. But once I got there, and once I seen all those smiles that I seen at first, it's like I could see through them, And like I said, I wasn't raised as a Baptist. As a matter of fact, I was raised in the family where I was the only one that even believed that anything was powerful than myself. That's the type of family that I came up in. So we came up in two different types of families. So my thing is, I just want to be able to share the knowledge that I have towards some of the predatory, strategic ways that things could happen to our children. I'm really, really with the children. I want to be able, and let me just cut this by saying, I'm not concerned with the problem. What I'm concerned is what is the solution now with our children, with our families, with our nephews and nieces that are still there. You know, with our family that don't even know. You know, it's good coming on here, you know, but if it's not going to be a solution, because we already know for the ones that really think that they are in the truth, they may not change. But we have to take care of those the ones can't take care of themselves. And that's where I am with that. And I have to say, the only part that really, you know, catches my heart about all of it is that the children really, really loved me. And I took up so much time, and that's the part that hurts me. It really hurts me because I feel like I'm leaving them there, you know, with, I mean, some really, not just sexual abuse, guys. This is physical abuse. This is mental abuse. This is, no, if you didn't come in, then you know what? Then you're gonna have to study when you get out of school. You have a part on the school, so you gotta study 3-4 days in a row. And we're gonna go over it and over it and over it. Children should not be subjected to that. So it's not all about the sexual abuse. It's about the fact that a child is being stripped of their childhood. And maybe at some point someone can say, you know, if you got someone still there in the truth and they got kids and it's your niece and it's your nephew, maybe at some point they'll get, you know, some of these videos and they'll start asking. Me, with my inquisitive way, I don't care if I go to the doctor. If it doesn't sound right, I need a second opinion. So whenever things did not sound right and I heard a talk, and I heard something in that talk that didn't sound right, I went to that brother. And I asked, what did you mean by that? Now, you gave that talk, you ought to know. And if I didn't hear that, then to me, I went, I researched. I asked my husband, he said research. I researched, and I don't see it. And when I don't see it, that raised a little bit more doubt. Because you just told me the sky is green and I see it's blue. So I need to know why you did that.
Okay, great. So then you hear from my wife and everything, her feelings about, you know, the young ones in the organization and the things that she went through and people that she talked to and the answers that she got from brothers and when she went to them, really seeking an answer and so forth. Because a lot of times you get to run around and so forth. But like so many others who create videos on YouTube and other platforms, we really, what we're expressing, for ones who want to think about coming out, or ones who are still in and just tired and so forth, you know, we feel your pain and we feel the torment that you're going through and so forth like that. So yeah, we're right there with y'all and everything. But yeah, we want to come on and talk that little pod and so forth like that, and just kind of tell you, what happened with the letter that we received, and also some more expressions from my wife and everything, and how she really felt about the organization. And so, to our next video, any closing words?
The only thing I would like to leave with everyone is I'm going to leave the word self. Self-evaluation leads to freedom. And that's what I want to leave with you. Self-evaluation leads to freedom. And it's what you think is freedom, not what the world think is freedom, what you think. And I don't think that it's anything wrong with being able to share something with those you love that you had to leave behind. So self-evaluation leads to freedom.
All right, y'all. So remember that. Self-evaluation. All right.